Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
But who is he?
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
And who is he?
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
And what he do?
And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer. And today we're going to give you a little bit of a wrapper update. You know, sometimes, at least the first story that we're going to do is about Polo G. Now, sometimes I bring good news and I bring bad news. You know, I give the news, basically, when it comes to these rappers. So I'm not always about the tragedy and in the negative things that happen. But remember in June we did a reaction to Polo G's arrest. It was actually filmed by somebody, and it was just bullshit. I said they were stopped by window tint, and then they were harassed by cops. Well, as it turns out, Polo G is no longer facing 3 charges in relation to the incident that happened in Miami. They dropped all the charges except for one. Both the felony and misdemeanor charges of mischief have been dropped. Another charge of resisting an officer was reduced to a misdemeanor. I said at the time that this was bullshit. His mother's comment was none of this would have happened if it wasn't Polo G, because he was being driven in by professionals. What more could he have done? And she is absolutely right. Cops didn't have any probable cause to ask him to get out of the car at all. But this is a classic example of an escalation by cops where it didn't need to fucking escalate. And Polo G is going to be fine. So we'll see when the body cams come out what actually happened. But even if it's bullshit, you don't have the right to resist a cop. You don't have the right to be a dick. And you shouldn't be a dick. I mean, even if you were getting unjustly targeted by the police, which is what this was, you don't have the right to express that in a physical form. You know, there's courthouse for that. That's where you resolve your dispute. If the cop is wrong, you take your lumps. You yes sir, no sir, and you go to jail if they arrest you, and then you get your lawyer involved, and then you whoop his ass up in court. That's where you do it. But I said all along this was just an absolute ridiculous shakedown by the cops, and it was borne out because they dropped almost all the charges. Look at the overreaction that these cops. It is just, first of all, I know in Minnesota anyway, if the tint itself is factory, it's not illegal. So this would not be a legal stop in Minnesota. If you look at the video here, it's completely overreaction by these cops, and they're doing it because they want to harass these guys out of their city. I can't think of any other reason why they would do that. Now let's get into Glock 9. Glock 9 was originally arrested in 2020 for attempted second-degree murder with a firearm. He's facing RICO charges, and he was out on bond. Well, his attempted murder charges have gone away. He's still facing the RICO, but guess what? Last week he was picked up on possession of a firearm charge, and he was deemed a danger by an Orange County judge. What does that mean? That just means that he's not getting out. He's also facing a felon in possession of a firearm charge in addition. So his problems are not over. It's also reported that Glock 9 pleaded guilty to an identity theft charge related to the PPP loans. He applied for a $10,000 PPP loan and used somebody else's social security number and a fake name. You know, is it worth it for 10 grand? I mean, shouldn't you? Hopefully Glock 9's got more than 10 grand sitting there. And I don't know what's going to happen with that. But the RICO, as I've told you, the RICO is that's the statute that was created in the 30s to really go after organized crime, and it's a really broad statute. And it's basically there's an organization, and anything in furtherance of that criminal enterprise is a RICO violation. And so we'll keep you updated on what's going on with Glock 9. But right now, he's going to be sitting for the not too distant future. So this has just been a couple of quick updates on Polo G and Glock 9. So we'll keep you posted on anything that happens. And we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, subscribe even. Get one of these. Patreon has your name on it. See you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.